Good day, nurses. Now let's discuss your peritoneal dialysis. When we say peritoneal dialysis, it is a type of renal replacement therapy where the peritoneal membrane is used as a filter to remove waste and electrolytes and excess fluid from the blood. So ito naman, we use the peritoneum. Okay, dito sa peritoneum naman natin, magkaiba siya sa hemodialysis. Kasi sa hemodialysis, meron tayong machine. Okay, pero dito sa peritoneal dialysis natin, meron tayong nilalagay na solution. Yun na ngayon yung dialysate. Okay, this dialysate, ilalagay natin yan sa peritoneal cavity or peritoneal space, okay, ng ating pasyente. Ngayon, dito magkakaroon ng osmosis at dito rin magkakaroon ng diffusion. Kukunin yung mga excess fluid in the blood and the excess waste product and electrolytes in the blood. Okay, so mayroon tayong tatlong phase. Okay, tatlong phase. Una, we have the fill time. Fill time, lalagyan natin ng dialysate yung peritoneal fluid niya. Dwell time, mag-i-stay yung fluid doon sa, or yung dialysate doon sa ating abdomen or sa peritoneal fluid to allow diffusion and osmosis of waste and electrolytes. Ngayon, pag nahigop na, okay, na-absorb na or nagkaroon na ng movement ng water and solute, the excess water and the excess electrolytes and toxin or waste in the blood. Okay, pag nagkaroon na ng movement dito, nasa dialysate na siya, that's the time na magde-drain time tayo. Okay, the fluids or the dialysate is drained and remove toxin and excess fluid. Okay, so ngayon, hindi natin tinatanggal dito yung blood. Okay, hindi natin nililinis. Osmosis and diffusion lang by the use of your dialysate. Remember, klase dialysate natin, mataas masyado ang concentration ng dialysate natin. Meron siyang sugar, okay, meron siyang sodium, meron siyang calcium, bicarbonate, and your phosphorus and chloride. Okay, so ang gagawin niya dyan, di ba, sugar and your sodium attracts water, hihilain niya ngayon yung tubig. At pag nahila niya yung tubig, ang susunod niya naman hihilain will be the solute or the waste product and the electrolytes. So, pag once na natanggal niya na yan, nahila niya na, i-drain na natin siya. Indication nito usually sa may mga chronic kidney disease or acute kidney disease. Intolerance to anticoagulant. Meron silang allergy sa warfarin. Okay? May poor vascular access. Hindi makagawa nung tinatawag natin na AV shunt and AV fistula. Unstable chronic conditions such as diabetes mellitus, okay, your DM, heart failure, or severe hypertension. Okay, severe hypertension. And then, preference for home-based care. So, usually kasi pag peritoneal dialysis yan, okay, home-based yan. Pwedeng gawin sa bahay. So, after yung pasyente, pwede na yung umuwi. Doon na siya i-perform. Okay, so what are the nursing responsibilities? Assess for vital signs and weight. Ganun din, dapat yung drain weight. Okay, dapat dry weight, I should say. Should be the dry weight. Okay, yung hindi puno yung bladder ng pasyente mo. Okay, warm the dialysate. Kailangan nating ipainit yung dialysate. No microwave. Bawal siyang i-microwave. Paano natin siya ipapainit? Pwede mong i-wrap in a warm blanket. Or kung hindi naman, pwede natin siyang i-place in sealed, okay, place in sealed solution, okay, solution bag, place in sealed solution bag. For example, di mo pa na-open yung dialysate mo, naka-sealed pa siya. Yun, ilalagay natin siya sa basin or sa may sink. Basin or sink, and then lalagyan mo ng mainit na tubig or warm water para uminit yung dialysate natin. Okay, and then maintain strict aseptic technique to prevent infection. And check for signs of infection at the catheter site. Tignan mo kung may swelling, redness, or fever ang pasyente. And then, during the procedure, maintain inflow and outflow closely. Okay? Maintain inflow and outflow closely. So, kailangan yung outflow natin, the normal color, okay, it should be clear or light yellow. Okay? Clear or light yellow. Pag yan ay cloudy, ibig sabihin may infection. Okay? Anong infection niya? Your peritonitis. That's the complication. Okay? Your peritonitis. Ano pa? Dapat yung outflow. Okay? Yung outflow natin. Yung outflow natin, class, dapat dapat equal or mas mataas siya. Yung outflow mo, for example, naglagay ka ng dialysate na 200 ml. Dapat pag lumabas yan sa iyong peritoneal cavity, pag magde-drain ka, it's either 200 ml siya or higher than 200 ml. Dahil pag mas mababa yan doon sa ml, okay, sa level or volume na nilagay mo na dialysate, it means may occlusion. So, pag may obstruction or mababa yung ating outflow, you need to reposition. Okay? Reposition the patient. Kasi baka nagkaroon lang ng blockage or occlusion. Or, kung hindi naman, baka magkaroon ng clot. Okay? Magkaroon tayo ng clot. Kapag may clot, you need to milk. Yung milking process natin. Okay? Milk the catheter. Okay, so yan yung gagawin natin. And monitor for signs of infection. Ano yun natin? Yung rigid board-like abdomen natin, increased WBC, may pain, and may fever. Okay, these are the signs of peritonitis. And assess for abdominal discomfort. Sign din yan ng ating peritonitis. And after the procedure, okay, record the amount, characteristic of drain fluid. Gaya nga ng sabi ko, dapat clear and light yellow siya. And then monitor vital signs, weight, and electrolyte balance. I-check natin kung may natanggal ba, kung effective ba yung procedure na ginawa natin. And clean and care for catheter site to prevent infection. And lastly, educate the patient about sterile technique and signs of your peritonitis. And watch out for complications natin ng ating peritoneal dialysis. We have the peritonitis. Pwede din magkaroon ng hyperglycemia. Bakit? Mataas yung content ng ating ng dialysate natin ng sugar, kaya pwedeng magkaroon ng crossover, pwedeng magkaroon ng movement nung sugar from dialysate to the body or to the blood. Okay? So yan yung kailangan nating i-watch out kapag may kapag peritoneal dialysis.